can't beat me. If they could beat me, they would have went to the polls.
What do you do tonight if you don't get the Democratic Party's nomination?
What do you mean? I will be victorious tonight. You will see. My people out here. They're not going to go nowhere. The show will go on.
And that's why when I sue everybody, because I'm coming, I'm coming, for defaming my name, defaming my character, and this conspiracy to try to destroy Tiffany Henyard. Guess what? I am the 21st century. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks. I am. And as I always say, Martin Luther King had the dream, but guess what? I am the dream. And you can be too. Remember, I told you, they knew to this. I'm true to this. Yeah, keep it going. Because at the end of the day, y'all look at me. Y'all look at me. I told y'all I'm outside. Oh, I stay outside. Y'all talk all over that.
Why hasn't Tiffany Henyard been indicted yet? That's the burning question on everyone's mind, especially you, the financial watchdogs who've been watching this saga unfold for months. And honestly, it's a fair question, right? Well, I think I have some answers for you. We're about to break down exactly why charges haven't been filed, and what we uncover strongly suggests that an indictment is just around the corner. Here's the deal. There's only a slim window left for her to dodge prosecution. That's right. She could still slip away, maybe she already has. Perhaps a deal's been made behind closed doors. We'll dive into all of that shortly. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Me. Did you know you can get $1 million in life? Insurance for less than the price of a latte every day? We sift through top-tier providers to find you the best coverage at the lowest price. Reach out today. All right, now back to the matter at hand. Let's hear directly from the United States Department of Justice about the situation unfolding in the Northern District of Illinois, the jurisdiction handling Tiffany Henyard's case and where the FBI's investigation is actively underway. Keep in mind, a criminal investigation is ongoing into all the allegations swirling around Dalton and Henyard's conduct. So let's take a closer look and see what we can uncover.
The caseload is piling up, and a new administration in Washington means fresh demands for federal prosecutors here in Chicago who have not had a permanent boss in years. As immigration and deportation cases are likely to fill federal court dockets, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois is at a critical juncture.
If walls could talk, those that line Chicago's Dirksen Federal Building could tell the tales of takedowns of some of the country.
All right, here's the situation. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois is currently buried under a massive caseload. We're talking about a serious backlog that's only expected to get worse. Why? Because one of their top priorities has been prosecuting illegal immigration cases, a major push during the Trump administration. This focus has drained a lot of their resources. On top of that, the office has been led by an acting U.S. attorney for the past 2 years. Maurice Sonny Pascal has been running the show. And this isn't some newcomer. The guy's been with the Department of Justice for over 30 years. But here's the catch. He's at a stage in his career where he's not chasing headline-grabbing cases anymore. He's thinking retirement, maybe fishing trips, definitely not going after high-profile criminals. Because of these factors, the crushing caseload, immigration prosecutions hogging resources, and a temporary leader who's more low-key. The office's pace has slowed dramatically. The proof is in the numbers. Prosecutions have dropped from roughly 900 to just over 300. All of this has pushed Tiffany Henyard's case way down the priority list. That delay? It actually worked in her favor, giving her more breathing room as investigations and prosecutions moved at a snail's pace. Now, things could shift soon. Once the Trump administration appoints a permanent U.S. attorney for Northern Illinois, we might finally see serious movement on Tiffany Henyard's case. The new leadership could focus on clearing up the backlog. But here's a major twist. At the same time, the Department of Justice has launched a pilot program encouraging potential wrongdoers to come forward early and voluntarily. Think of it as an amnesty program, offering reduced penalties or even immunity in exchange for cooperation. Could Tiffany Henyard benefit from this? It's definitely on the table. If people connected to her case have dirt that could land them in hot water, this program might be their best chance to minimize legal consequences. They'd be wise to jump on it. Just recently, on February 26th, or basically yesterday, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Chicago officially announced this pilot. The goal: reward early cooperation, speed up investigations, and clear cases faster. So, that's why Tiffany Henyard hasn't faced charges yet, but that window for her to avoid prosecution won't stay open forever. All right, let me break this down for you in full, because this pilot program could completely change the game for Tiffany Henyard's case. So what exactly is this initiative? It's called a self-disclosure program, basically a way for people involved in certain types of crimes, mainly non-violent ones, to come clean voluntarily and avoid harsh criminal charges. Now, when I say non-violent offenses, I mean things that don't involve guns, threats, or any physical harm. This program doesn't cover violent crimes, terrorism, or sexual offenses involving force or minors. Those are strictly off limits. But for everything else, especially if it relates to someone's job or workplace, this program aims to make it easier for people to admit wrongdoing without the immediate threat of prosecution. Here's where it gets complicated and why some might be hesitant. Imagine walking into the prosecutor's office ready to confess, expecting a deal. But later, the authorities say, "Sorry, that specific admission doesn't qualify for the program," or "Thanks for sharing, but you left out key details." Suddenly, you could be in a worse position than before, having effectively incriminated yourself without protection. The goal of this program is to encourage insiders, those who might have witnessed or been part of misconduct, to come forward. It's not just about punishment, it's about incentivizing cooperation. If you help investigators by providing new information they didn't already have, you can negotiate a deal. No charges or significantly reduced penalties in exchange for your assistance. This is huge because it helps prosecutors uncover larger corruption or fraud that would otherwise be tough to prove. This is especially critical in the Northern District of Illinois, where Tiffany Henyard's case is being handled. That office is drowning in a huge backlog, partly due to a surge in immigration prosecutions and partly because they've had an acting U.S. attorney for a long time, Morris Sonny Pascal, a veteran with decades of experience who's not interested in chasing high-profile cases. He prefers a quieter, low-key career path. That mix, the overwhelming caseload and a less aggressive leadership, has pushed Henyard's investigation to the sidelines. But with this self-disclosure pilot program, prosecutors now have a powerful tool to speed things up. They can pressure lower-level city or township officials who might be involved or have damaging info on Henyard to step forward. And here's the kicker. This program is a limited-time pilot running only until March 15, 2025. After that, officials will decide whether to make it permanent. Anyone wanting to take part must submit an official intake form by email. The exact instructions are public. But honestly, most of us don't need to worry because we're law-abiding citizens. However, if you're involved in any wrongdoing or have inside knowledge, this is your shot to cut a deal before things spiral out of control. Now there are clear exceptions. The program does not cover violent crimes, terrorism, or sex offenses involving coercion of minors. Plus, elected officials, top-ranking officers, federal law enforcement agents, and anyone at the very top of an organization are excluded. That's crucial because Tiffany Henyard, as the highest-ranking official in Dalton's city government, might be ineligible to use this program to save herself. But if you're someone who worked under Henyard, a department head, mid-level, employee, or anyone who might have witnessed something suspicious, you could step forward, cooperate, and potentially negotiate a deal. Your testimony or evidence could be exactly what the FBI needs to build a solid case against her. So, the pressure is mounting against Henyard. Even though no formal charges have been filed yet, it's all still allegations, the legal noose is tightening fast, and with the township election coming up soon, this could be a pivotal moment. But let's be honest, Henyard's chances of winning again look slim at best. The scandal and ongoing investigations have seriously damaged her standing. So here's the question I want to throw out to you. Should those within the city government who know what's going on take this chance, cooperate with the FBI, and try to save themselves? Or should they stick to the no snitching code and risk going down with her? It's a tough dilemma, and a real test for anyone caught in the middle.